We do not actually want to be happy 100% of the time, and it is not optimal to be happy 100% of the time. And that might sound funny. We might define happiness and joy in a minute and what it means, but some of it is when people are talking about being happy 100% of the time, they're actually talking about more not hedonistic pleasure, but I went to a party and I'm happy. It's sunny out and I'm happy. This is delicious ice cream, so I'm happy. These are things that come and go. And if we are forever chasing those external things, we don't develop any internal source of happiness or what we will define as joy. The other thing is they've done studies, and you know how I love me my studies. They have done studies, and they studied a couple thousand people at university, and the people who were in the top 10% of happiness, when they checked on them 10 years later, they were not still the happiest. B, they weren't doing as well. They didn't make as much money. They didn't have careers that were satisfying. Their marriages and relationships weren't doing as well, in part because they were so used to being happy and enjoying themselves and having fun in university and up until then that they chose to not deal with the hard things. We don't want to live in the hard places. That can be depressing as all get out. And what's the point if everything's hard? But also, when we let those moments of unhappiness give us some direction on, oh, I want to change that, I want to work on that, whether it's for me or somebody else, I want to do this differently. That allows us to continue to move our lives forward rather than staying in a constant state of what's the next fun thing that brings me some pleasure. And that's almost an animalistic thing, right? Not in a negative way, but you scratch your cat's belly, your cat's happy. There's some pleasure, but they might claw you a second later because you somehow missed the signal to stop scratching now. So we want to look for something more enduring, and a little bit of unhappiness, discomfort is often the trigger for that. So the people who end up doing the best throughout life, they find are the second happiest, at least with these couple studies that I looked at. So the second happiest are 80 to 90% happy. So they're unhappy 10 to 20% of the time. And they practice that enough to know what to do with it, to use it to move their lives forward. So they're not sunk and mired in the feeling that they can't move forward, and they're not living forever in pursuit of what's the next fun thing.